Alex, I can see that you've got your mask there.
I do.
Mine, I've been amiss here, but it's over at my desk there. What is it about masks that making us slightly tense and unnatural?
Well, these are the masks that we are issued whenever we come into Euronews. Downstairs, staff, we're issued with these. And, these are sort of pretty standard now. You can buy them in the pharmacies, the supermarkets, but that's new. Remember at the beginning of the lockdowns, there weren't masks. In fact, pharmacies had in the window, pas de masque, no masks here in France. And certainly in countries like the UK, people still aren't going around with masks on. And that is the thing here. We didn't have a culture of wearing masks in Europe. We didn't. We'd largely escaped the epidemics that had scarred most of Asia and made these a common sight in public. So this sudden switch and the changing rules have really confused people and left many skeptical. But then also, you think about it, if I was talking to you and I cover half my face. I mean, some people might prefer that, but if I covered sort of most of my face, you lose a lot of the visual cues. And I was speaking to the behavioural psychologist Joe Hemmings about just what that does.
You are A, muffling the sound of that person's voice, and B, you're unable to glance down at their mouth and watch them speaking. And it's a very intuitive, almost subconscious thing that we do. So it creates, we won't know or be that aware of what it's creating, except there's a discomfort because all the normal cues that we have that we just take for granted and on autopilot, some have been taken away.
Alex, and the question of enforcing the wearing of masks is also pretty divisive.
And the different rules about different places. So in France now it's obligatory on public transport, in sort of markets, this kind of thing, but it's not obligatory just walking down the street. In Spain, it is. So there's a real tension about this. If I show you this video, this was in Aubenas, this footage I believe we can show you now. It's a French town in the southeast of the country. I think we can bring you some pictures which show a tense standoff between police and a woman. Now this woman was arguing with police who had told a man to put on a mask. You can see she's not wearing a mask. They arrest her, drag her off. The crowd in the background are chanting, it's ridiculous, it's ridiculous. Now, the police officers are here saying we're enforcing the law. You've got the crowds there saying this is government overreach. Now, that's in France. In the United States particularly, we've seen reports from racial and ethnic minority communities that they say police are using heavy-handed tactics to enforce the rules there. That's also something the European Network Against Racism say has come up here in Europe. So all of a sudden you've gone from no masks to police enforcement of mask rules, which are shifting and are changing. And all of that has created an atmosphere of suspicion. So on tonight's Culture Clash, which you can catch on Facebook from 6 o'clock Central European time, we're looking at this issue. This is the new normal. So how can we live together? And that's something we're going to be digging into.
Alex Morgan on the tensions and divisions behind the wearing of face masks. Thanks very much.